Alright guys, welcome back to this week's edition of Stockcar Rundowns, Tips and Picks for Talladega. Alright, so those of you who don't know, FanDuel now has DraftKings, or not, FanDuel does not have DraftKings, FanDuel now has Nascar. Man, my phone keeps moving. Sorry about that. So theirs is a little different, but it's pretty much the same. 5 drivers instead of 6. Their salary cap's a little bit easier to get under, so you have more options of who you're picking. Score, like I said, scored pretty much the same. Position differential points, lead lap points, and they have laps completed points, which, I mean, I don't know, that doesn't really, to me that's useless, but I mean, whatever. I didn't set it up. But, so check it out. They got some free games right now going on. So you can go online and throw some lineups in there and not have to blow any of your own money, which is awesome. Alright, so we're at Talladega. So if you'd like to win some money this week, I suggest we go down to Vegas. We'll put it all on black and let it go. No, seriously, man, that's your best way to win money this week. It's probably your best odds, at least. I mean, you know, put it all on blacks, 45% chance, I think. It's much better odds than you're going to have this weekend. Just saying. But, for those of you who want to play, like I will, I'll go through this a little bit. So, alright, we'll get at it. Bonus points for lead laps and fastest laps aren't a big deal this week. It's only 188 laps in the race. So don't stress yourself out with dominator points. What we're really looking for this week is position differential points. That is going to be the key for Talladega. I went back through the last 6 races, looking at who would have scored the most points, and the average starting position for the best teams for the last 6 races was between 22nd and 29th. Like, that's huge. Your position differential points this week is a big deal. So, all those guys in the back, the ones that survive, those are the guys you want on your team. So, keep that in mind when you're setting your lineups. Shouldn't be hard to stay under salary cap this week. A lot of guys, a lot of cheap guys in the back, obviously. And anything can happen at Talladega. Those guys could finish in the top 5. So throw them in there. Who knows? But went through, highlighted the ones I like here. So we'll start out with 2 guys I think have potential to win the race. Obviously, that comes with some good points. So Keselowski, he's led laps in the last 4 races here, so that's definitely a plus. Even though I don't think that's a huge key this weekend, it still adds up. The problem with it, nobody really leads a ton of laps at Talladega because it's strict play track and they swap the lead every other friggin' lap half the time. But he does have the most laps led among active drivers in the last 4 races at Talladega. He's won 2 out of the last 4 of them, so he definitely knows how to get it done. And I believe he's coming from 10th. He's $10,700 this week, so not a bad value there. Should get a good finish, providing he stays out of trouble. My personal pick to win the race this week is going to be Chase Elliott. Dude's got to get it done, and he's really good on the strict play tracks. Finishes don't necessarily show that, but he's always running up front. He knows how to get to the lead and lead the laps. Was running for the lead in the late in the fall race here last year. Got caught up in a wreck with Larson and Suarez. So he was up there, had a chance to win it in the fall. Should have a chance to win it again tomorrow, providing he's around there at the end. He's coming in at $10,100 tomorrow, so check it out. Almirola, this is my must start. This dude should be on pretty much every single one of your teams. Hopefully he doesn't wreck, because he's starting dead last. He had a problem qualifying today, cut down a tire during qualifying, spun out, excuse me, so he's starting last. definitely has the car to come through the field. Definitely should place well. He's had the last three finishes at Talladega were top 10s. So he knows how to get done straight to place. He almost won the Daytona 500 for earlier this year. So definitely a good pickup. Should do really well tomorrow as far as points are concerned. Just got to keep the fenders clean on that thing. All right. So other than that, everybody starting mid-pack or worse should be good. Just fill your rosters up. No, oh, you want a little more detail than that? All right, but seriously, anybody mid-pack or worse, fire it up. But Larson is the next guy I'll talk about. Starting 22nd. Like I said, he was battling with Chase and Suarez for the lead in the closing laps of the fall race. It got in a wreck. So him starting 22nd, $9,300 this week. He should do well. Casey Kane, $6,400, starts 26th. Typically pretty good at Talladega. His last two races here were top 10s. So that 95 car this week should be equal to everybody else. He should be up there towards the end. Well, he has the potential to be up there towards the end. I don't say anybody should, I guess, Talladega, because you know how it is. Trevor Bayne has got a little bit of something to prove this week. Has a restrictor plate win under his belt at Daytona, and he starts 21st. So maybe that chip on his shoulder from getting partially replaced by Kenseth this week will be enough to propel him to a great finish tomorrow. Jamie McMurray, obviously, he will be starting from the back. Scored from 27th. If you didn't see, go look it up. He wrecked the hell out of his car in practice on Friday. Barrel rolled down the back stretch, I believe. That was rough looking, but he's okay. So he'll be racing tomorrow. He's pretty good at Talladega. His restrictor plate record is hit or miss. He's either really good or really bad. Really wrecks or doesn't. It's usually about every other race. So last race he finished 37th. So this one he's due for one of his top 10s. So scored from 27th. He's got the potential to get some nice points for this week. So check it out. Timothy Peters, his first Cup start. The man is awesome at Talladega in a truck. 2 wins in the last five starts, and 4 of them were top 5 finishes. The only one that wasn't, he wrecked out on. So, not sure how that's going to relate to the Cup Series. Obviously, knowing how to draft is crucial, and he obviously knows what he's doing. So, I think he could be a sleeper. He's cheap as hell, $5,500, coming from 32nd spot tomorrow. So who knows? Definitely somebody that I'm going to put on the team and see what happens. Greg Gaulding. Believe it or not, Greg Gaulding has the highest average DraftKings points at Talladega in the last 6 races. This has got to be by far his best track. He apparently knows how to run the draft and stay out of trouble. He starts 37th tomorrow. Like I said, his average finish here is great. So, I don't know. He's kind of due for a wreck. But if he doesn't, like I said, he's good here. Ty Dillon, kind of same boat. Last year he did really well at Talladega. 2 good finishes. Starts 29th tomorrow. $6,700. So, you got that. And my last one is Cole Witt. $4,800, so the cheapest on my list this week. His average finish is 20th at Talladega, and he's starting 36th. So if he makes the average, that's plus 16 right there. That's huge. But seriously, guys, it's gonna be a crapshoot tomorrow. That's why I didn't even do a video for Daytona, because it's like impossible. These guys are gonna wreck the hell out of everything tomorrow, probably. But we'll see. That's who's going to be on my teams. Those are the guys I think have potential. I will say how I play it is, if I usually get in like say I usually put 10 entries in a $3 league. This week I'll put 10 entries in a $1 league or even a 25-cent league just because. Or if I normally play the $9 league, I'll play the $3 league. Just try to save a little money this week. It's not a race I'm gonna go big on because it's all about luck. You got just as much chance or more going to Vegas and spinning that roulette wheel. But with that being said, guys, set your lineups. Hopefully the cautions are with you tomorrow. Good luck.